Have you ever heard the word priesthood before? Do you know what that means? Priesthood is the name for God's power. Priesthood is the power that God used to create the world. Priesthood is the power that Jesus Christ used to perform miracles, like when he fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Priesthood is the power the Lord used to make some stones glow when the Jaredites needed light in their barges. Priesthood is the power that protected Samuel the Lamanite when he stood on the city wall to teach the gospel. And priesthood is the power that Moses used when he parted the Red Sea. Sometimes Heavenly Father lets us use His priesthood power to do His work, like when we use His priesthood power to baptize somebody or to bless the sacrament. But if we are going to use Heavenly Father's power, we have to use it the way He tells us to. First, we have to be connected to His power. A light won't work if it's not plugged into the power. We have to plug it in first. And second, God told us that we have to have His permission to use His power. If we are connected to Him, and if we have permission, then we can use His priesthood power to serve others and do God's work on the earth. If we aren't connected to Him, then we won't be able to use His priesthood power. If we try to use His priesthood power without permission from Him, He can turn off the power even if we think we are plugged in. The way we get permission from Heavenly Father to use His priesthood power is when we are ordained by the laying on of hands from someone who has authority. This is called the authority of the priesthood. The way to have the power of the priesthood is by keeping all of God's commandments. When we are keeping His commandments, then we are plugged into the power. We need to have the authority and the power of the priesthood to do God's work with Him. The priesthood was taken from the earth for a long time, and no one had the authority of the priesthood. But when Joseph Smith was called to be a prophet, priesthood authority was given to Joseph Smith, and priesthood authority was restored to the earth again. Priesthood is the name for God's power. Today there are lots of people all around the world who have the authority and the power of the priesthood, and they are helping God do His work.
And thus being called by this holy calling, and ordained unto the high priesthood of the holy order of God, to teach His commandments unto the children of men.
Did you know we create lesson plans and activity pages to go with our videos every week? They're made by a professional teacher just for kids.
Tell your teacher. Tell your mom.
They're on our website.
Ladder.